It's Freedom Week here in America, and the Irish are back. And they're not here to take part, they're here to take over. It's gonna be red, white, and blue panty night.
What time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches! Yeah!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel fueled by Proper 12 whiskey. Proper 12! Proper Irish whiskey for a proper Irish animal. And according to Ancestry.com, I'm 13% Irish. Then again, I'm Puerto Rican, so that means I'm 13% everything. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda. And today, we're going to go over a stacked UFC 264 card. Before we get started, make sure you become a patron on my Patreon. The link will be in the description. I need you to do that so it can be red, white, and blue panty night in the Sepulveda household. All my patrons will get a shout out on Tony's MMA Corner. Now let's get to business. First up in the undercard, we have a bout between Ryan Hall and Ilya Topuria. I think that's his name. You guys could correct me in the comments. For those of you that may not know who Ryan Hall is, he's that fighter who's mainly a grappler, and he's got like a form of Tourette's. Not like the cool kind where you curse a lot. Ass piss mother! He has more of the blinky kind. Another thing you may not know about Ryan Hall, he has a win against the GOAT, Artem Lobov. Ryan Hall has had a 2-year layoff because it's so hard to get him an opponent. One, because guys don't really want to fight a guy like Ryan Hall because he might leg lock them. Besides being scared little biatches, guys think that if they fight Ryan Hall, the fights won't be too exciting because he's such a grappling heavy fighter. On the other hand, you have Ilya Topuria, who is an undefeated fighter. He has finished all his fights but one, and mostly by submission. Ryan Hall is next level on the ground, so Ilya Topuria doesn't want to make this an ADCC match. What he wants to do is grapple just enough to show Ryan Hall that he isn't scared. If he can avoid that Imanari roll, I think Ilya is going to get this fight either by a decision or a TKO finish. He is just that vicious. Next up, we have Nico Price versus Michel. I think these names get easier as we go along, folks. Nico Price has two very unique knockouts off of his back, in which he hammer-fisted one guy from his back, and he also did an upkick to get a knockout. However, Nico Price's fight career has been a bit inconsistent. In the other corner, we have Michel, who likes to stock and slap guys and do backflip stomps. Since Nico Price likes to strike off his back, and Michel likes to do backflip stomps, I think we're going to see a highlight KO, and I think that highlight KO is going to come from Michel, so that's my pick on that one. Next up, we have Sean O'Malley versus Chris Sean O'Malley Light Moutinho. There's not much to say about this fight. Kudos to Chris for stepping in, but I think Sean O'Malley is going to knock him the... Next up, we got Tai Tuivasa versus Greg Hardy. While Tai Tuivasa may have titties, I don't think he's a woman that Greg Hardy can just assault. All Tai Tuivasa has to do is pressure Greg Hardy, and I think he can get the TKO just like Tybura did. So I have Tuivasa by TKO, and I think he's going to celebrate by drinking Toast Sweat again. The next bout is a bout between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Gilbert Dilbert Burns. He doesn't look like a Gilbert or a Dilbert. Wonderboy has looked great in his last two outings. Despite Colby Covington calling him a 40-year-old virgin, Wonderboy is very likable. You guys should check out his YouTube channel. It's pretty awesome. And he also has sick karate. In the other corner, you have Gilbert Burns, who looked great despite coming up short against Kamaru Usman. This matchup is great for Wonderboy. He's the bigger welterweight and has the longer reach. I think he's going to be elusive and get that 3-round decision. So I have Wonderboy by decision. I think if he gets this win, he should be the next challenger for Kamaru Usman, as he is the only person that Kamaru Usman hasn't wiped out in the welterweight division. And I think it'll make for an interesting matchup. And now, for all you fans of violence, we have the main event of the evening. Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 3. Or as Conor would say, tree. The second fight had us say, who the fuck is that guy? You have to give credit to Dustin Poirier and his team, as he wrestled him early and he used those calf kicks that are terrible. He made Conor not want to go longer than 2 rounds. Let's face it, Conor decided at the end of that second round that he's just going to try to knock him out now, but he don't want to go any further than that. So it's either kill or be killed. Conor was smacking Dustin around before then. Before that last fight, these guys were playing nice. I don't think that's going to be the case this time around. It looks like Conor has a chip on his shoulder after that loss. On also a funny side note is that Conor offered to give $500,000 to Dustin's charity, but because of some behind-the-scenes stuff that I don't really know all about, Conor decided to give $500,000 to a different charity in Louisiana. Conor is a special kind of petty. One of the weapons we didn't see on Conor's side last time was the psychological warfare, but I think he's back at it. As he said, the first person to shoot is a dusty bitch. This is Conor's way to try to get under Dustin Poirier's skin and to play mind games with him. This is the Conor that we all saw on the come-up. So let's see how it works out in that third fight. Much like the Nate rematch, it looks like Conor's ready to dig deep. I think we're going to see a longer war in this one. For close matchups like this, it's hard for me to have a horse in the race. I'm just a fan of the violence. But if I have to pick, and I do, because this is my picks video, I'm leaning towards Conor by TKO in the 3rd round. Fellow fans of violence, let me know who you got in the comment section. Enjoy UFC 264 and enjoy American Freedom Week. And I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner.